What's going on, y'all? Back here. Sorry, excuse me. Back here, a new day of video. Um, Talking about the trade we made. Personally, I think the trade was very smart. At first, I was like, I was happy because, damn, we're getting a quarterback. You know what I mean? This is good. We haven't had a quarterback since Donovan McNabb. And that's the reason why I want to say something right now. These other teams that are talking shit, Giants fans, Cowboys fans, all these people, you guys have no room to fucking talk. Each one of you guys have a quarterback. We haven't had one since Donovan McNabb. Not saying Donovan McNabb was the greatest quarterback of all time, but we haven't won a playoff game since he left. That was 2008. When did he leave? 2009 he got traded. In 2010 fixed star. Yeah, we haven't had a QB since him. It's been a revolving door of quarterbacks with Kevin Cobb, Michael Vick, Nick Foles, Sam Bradford, Matt Barkley. I'm just naming you people. Shit, we even experimented with Mark Sanchez. Shit, we even experimented with Tim fucking Tebow. Even though he only played preseason, he was just here, whatever, try out. But you get what I'm saying. We're trying to find our quarterback, been trying to do it for a while. The best way to do it, draft your guy. You don't pick your guy in free agency unless it's a Drew Brees, a Peyton Manning who hits the market. But this is how you do it. You got to draft your guy. And I know it's 9 times out of 10, trading up for a quarterback doesn't really work, but I'm willing to take the risk because that's how desperate I am. That's how desperate I am because last year was, in my opinion, our last shot to get a quarterback, which was Marcus Mariota. That was our last shot because I looked at next year's draft and I said, I literally, the day after that draft where we didn't get Mariota, after the entire draft, not the first round, like the whole seventh round, whatever, yada yada. I went back and I looked at who's available for 2016 because I did have faith in Sam Bradford, but I said to myself, we need a future. So I went back and looked, and I saw, the Connor Cooks, who I was high on, Christian Hackenberg. I heard a lot about, so I looked him up, and I ran across a guy named Jared Goff, and I watched him, and I said, yeah, that guy is the next Andrew Luck or something like that, Matt Ryan. And I mean, you can go back and watch my Jets and Eagles Week 3 preview. I mentioned his name in there, Jared Goff. I said, Jared Goff reminds me of Andrew Luck, reminds me of Matt Ryan. He's accurate as all hell. He gets the ball out quickly. Yada, 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 yada. So I was already looking ahead because that's how bad I want to draft our guy. But the real reason why this move is smart, okay, is because I look at the next few drafts coming up. That's what I do. I look up the next couple of drafts. Well, I don't know about after we get our quarterback. I don't think I'm going to look up because I really don't care. I mean, I do care about the other players, don't be wrong, but quarterback's the most intriguing position, most intriguing to me because I love quarterbacks and watching them and stuff and wanting one bad. So, coming out in the next couple of years, next 2 to 3 years, maybe next year, I don't know, is Chad Kelly, who is Jim Kelly's nephew, I think. Plays in a spread system, so he's gonna have to sit out for a couple of years. Deshaun Watson, a guy I was really high on, the guy that I literally was telling my boys we should tank this season to get him. After looking up a lot, I mean, he's been injured. He plays in a spread, so he's another guy who needs to sit out for a little bit. And I don't know. You get what I'm saying? Then there's a bunch of other guys. I don't know who the fuck they are. But I look at the landscape of that. The free agency class for quarterbacks is always weak. Always. Unless, for example, Peyton Manning got released by the Colts, it was a major thing. Michael Vick got out of prison, it was a major thing. Sam Bradford, we had to trade for him. You get what I'm saying? Drew Brees was a free agent. You get what I'm saying. So the free agency class, besides those couple incidents, are always weak. Always. The free agency class. Now the draft class for the next couple years looks pretty weak. And then I look at all the quarterbacks in the league. I'll just name you a couple. Phillip Rivers, 34. Eli Manning, 35. Tony Romo, 36. I'm talking about their age. Tom Brady, 39. Carson Palmer, 36, I think. Drew Brees, 37. Um, Big Ben, 34 years old. Uh, and the list goes on and on and on. Those are just a majority of the elite guys that are in their 30s, but going into their 40s. Now, don't get me wrong, you can have them play until they're 40, but I mean, half of them already don't look that good to begin with. You know, they look decent. Um, and then I look at, okay, in a couple years, those guys only have 2 or 3 years underneath their belt. I mean, left underneath their belt. Tom Brady, I honestly, in my opinion, I think he can play till he's 45 if he keeps it up and doesn't get injured. Um, but those teams are going to be looking for quarterbacks in 2 or 3 years. So that's already what 6 teams right there. Plus, you got your teams that are always hungry for quarterbacks. The Browns are always hungry for a quarterback. The Rams, unless they get this situation fixed. Who else? I don't know. There's always those teams that are just hungry for quarterbacks every single year, and we've been one since McNabb left. So we deal the position now. We get Carson Wentz or Jared Goff. I think Carson Wentz. You get him. Let him sit for a year. You get what I'm saying? Learn from Sam. We can still be competitive with Sam Bradford at helmet because he's a vet, yada, yada, yada. And the kid can learn behind him. Then you plug him in. But the next couple of drafts is weak. And if we didn't do this year, in my opinion, we wouldn't have a quarterback for the next couple of years. Like, we would be fucked. We'd be picking up people like Ryan Fitzpatrick, Matt Hasselbeck. I mean, you guys don't understand how annoying it is. Every freaking year, talking about some scrub. Oh, Matt Hasselbeck, he played well with the Colts. We should try trading for him. Colin Kaepernick, we can revive him. Let's go trade for him. RG3's hitting the free agency market. Let's go pick him up. Sam Bradford, let's trade for him. Nick, you know what I'm saying? Like, literally trying to get anybody we can so we can try to have a fucking franchise quarterback. And it's annoying. And I don't care if this guy fails miserably, this guy we pick up. If Carson Wentz or Jared Goff fails miserably with us, we have 3 or 4 years to see if this guy can succeed. And if not, he's a dud. We move on. We go to the next draft, and boom, we probably pick high, and we get another quarterback. But at least we have a guy for the next 3 or 4 years. We don't have to talk about this shit ever again for a long time. And I'm happy about that. I'm so sick to death of talking every single offseason, every single year about a goddamn quarterback. Who's going to be this? Who's going to be that? Oh, we can pick up what's his name and revive him. For example, Sam Bradford, his ACL, fix his ACL, all this and that. He'll play great. He'll be an MVP, and it always goes to shit. So that's the smart thing. That in a couple years, all these teams are going to be looking for quarterbacks. Yes, they can pick their guys up now. They can do this. They can do that. Put them on the bench. Yada yada yada. For example, Giants got Ryan Nassib. Okay. I think he's okay. But there's not a chance that he's going to be your franchise quarterback when Eli's done. I think he's just another backup in the league. He's going to go. Your guy's probably going to put him out there, and he's going to be fucking garbage. So you're going to have to draft high and get another quarterback. You get what I'm saying? The Steelers better get the developmental guy this year or next year because Big Ben gets hurt almost every year now since he's getting older. Everyone's going to need quarterbacks in a couple years. There's only a couple teams right now who need some, which is the Rams, Eagles, Browns, and we had a shot to move up there. So that was a smart reason to do it. That's how I feel. And then on top of that, it's just we can finally put an end to this discussion, at least for a couple years. Less this guy's a bum, you know what I'm saying? Then we move on, yada, yada, yada. But the Browns, I'm happy they gave us the pick. But from their perspective, I think they're stupid. And people will say, well, this is the new Browns, man. They got multiple picks. This is the new Browns organization. No, it's not. They did this 4 fucking times already. Traded down. They traded down in 2011, traded out a pick 6. And who did the Falcons get with pick 6? Julio Jones. Who did the Cleveland Browns get? I think it was Alex Mack or somebody, a decent center, or somebody who's probably not even in the league anymore. They did it in 2014. They traded out of their pick. The Bills took Sammy Watkins. They were at number 9. They traded back up to 8, one more extra spot to take Justin Gilbert. What's Justin Gilbert done? He's a fucking bum. They could have stayed it. They could have traded down, stayed at 9, took Mike Evans, Odell Beckham, multiple guys. But that's that. So that's another reason why I look at it because the Browns always have history of making bad picks. Always. And they have history of doing this, trading down, passing up on players who become all-time greats. So that gives me another hope. Like they passed up on Big Ben. I seen an article on NFL Network that says, "Did the Browns just pass up on Big Ben again?" Talking about Carson Wentz because he's the height of Big Ben. Yada yada yada. He looks just like him when he throws. And in my head, I'm thinking, just because the Browns, like for example, I watched a video the other day, a 23-minute video on YouTube of the Browns' history basically and how cursed they are. I thought my Eagles were cursed. We just can't win a Super Bowl. These motherfuckers can't get a coach. They can't get a quarterback. They can't draft correctly. They can't even make the playoffs. And I watched it and I really felt bad. And just because on that fact alone that I feel like they're cursed, I feel like the guy we picked might be a freaking all-time, well not all-time great, I ain't gonna say that, but a Pro Bowl quarterback and a good quarterback in the league. And they're gonna sit back in 2 or 3 years and be like, damn, wish we took him. That's how it always works with them. So I'm hoping that that curse continues and that luck stays on our side with whoever we pick. Now I'm gonna get down to it. Who do I want? I feel like Jared Goff is the best passing quarterback in this draft. I feel like he has the quickest release. He's the most accurate quarterback. He doesn't have the strongest arm. Personally, he reminds me, when I watch him, of Matt Ryan or Eli Manning. And the reason I say that is because of their body type. Eli Manning's not a strong guy at all. He's a skinny cat. But he's tough. And that's what Eli is. Eli is a skinny guy, but Eli's tough, I'm saying whatever. Jared Goff's a skinny guy, but he's tough. I watched games where he got beat to death, and he never really got hurt. He kept playing. He's quick as hell with his release, and he can put the ball anywhere, and he can throw it accurately. And he's like Eli. Eli doesn't have the strongest arm. Never had it. Where you look at a guy like Wentz, Wentz has a very strong arm. He has a strong arm. I mean, his arm's compared to Big Ben, and Big Ben's probably top 3 in the whole NFL of the strongest arms. The biggest hose. So that's why I compare Goff to like an Eli, but I feel like Goff is the best passer, most accurate, can get the ball like quickest release, just more fluid. But I feel like Carson Wentz is will be the better quarterback down the run. I think he has the highest upside. The reason I say that, I feel that because he's athletic, very athletic. He reminds me of Cam Newton, the way he can run. He can run and truck people. He's 6'5", 245 pounds. He runs he ran a 4.7, but on the field he's about a 4.5. So he's fast. He has a rocket arm. I mean, a rocket arm. So he has a laser, way stronger arm than Jared Goff. Blows Jared Goff at the waters with arm strength. He's very accurate. And you watch him, and he reminds you of Big Ben. He reminds you of Andrew Luck, the way his feet are perfectly planted, the way he throws the football. That's why I feel like his upside is better because of all that. So I would go with Jared Goff. I would go with Carson Wentz. Just because of that alone, and he's going to have to sit a year. Jared Goff is a guy you take if you think in your head, okay, fine, I need my guy to start day 1. But personally, looking at both of them, I wouldn't mind taking either one of them, to be honest with you. Like, if the LA Rams decide to take Carson Wentz, I would have no problem with it, really. I was like, okay, fine, I'm not going to lose my cool or nothing. But I do prefer Carson Wentz if I had to pick the two, but I have no problem with either one of them. I think Jared Goff's very accurate, and I think he's really good passer. I've been liking him since, you guys know, when I was telling you, since last year's draft, looking at him. But this is getting too long now, but I'll give you one more minute of what I got to say. First game I watched on Carson Wentz. I heard his name from somebody. I looked him up, and I watched him versus Montana. Or, my bad, Jacksonville State, I think it was, the championship game this year. I seen him make 4 throws, and I was like, wow, this kid's amazing. And I said, since the day I saw that tape, it was like September, I said, or whenever the bowl game was, I said, yeah, Eagles will take him in the 2nd or 3rd round. They better take him. And as more went on throughout the draft, you saw this guy's name rise and rise and rise, and I thought, okay, maybe we'll get him at 11. I'm at 13. Then I was like, we trade up to 8. Okay, we're definitely getting him. Then I'm like, wait, we need to get up higher. So we trade up to 2. We got a shot at wins. I'm very happy about this situation, and that's about it. Let's go, birds. Let me know how you guys feel below. Comment below on your thoughts. Sorry about the long damn video, but I had to get this off my chest. I will be here later this week with another video breaking more shit down. All right, y'all. Peace.